firefighters raced to make as much progress as they could in containing the massive wildfires burning in Los Angeles County before the return of high winds, which LA Mayor Karen Bass said were forecast to be severe.
The National Weather Service is predicting close to hurricane force level winds, and so we're making urgent preparations.
The Palisades Fire and the Eaton Fire have claimed the lives of at least 24 people, leveled whole neighborhoods, and burned an area the size of Washington, D.C. Winds of up to 70 miles per hour were forecast for Monday through Wednesday. LA County Fire Chief Anthony Maroney.
The anticipated winds, combined with low humidities and low fuel moistures, will keep the fire threat in all of Los Angeles County critical.
The winds threatened the hard-won progress crews have made so far. Over the weekend, firefighters beat back the Palisades Fire from advancing toward the populous San Fernando Valley in the north. But officials warned the entire Los Angeles County population of nearly 10 million people to be ready to evacuate. That's in addition to the tens of thousands who have already left, with many now in shelters and flooding donation centers. Others lined up in their cars, hoping to briefly return home to grab some precious belongings. On Monday, Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna asked residents for their patience, especially in the Altadena area ravaged by the Eaton Fire.
For the Altadena area, we are in the third day of grid searching. It is a very grim task. Please be patient with us. People are saying, I just want to go look at my house and I want to see what's left. We know that, but we have people literally looking for the remains of your neighbors.
Berlin has sounded out potential buyers for Uniper, according to 3 people with knowledge of the matter. A deal could see the government selling its entire holding in the $18.8 billion energy utility. Germany's government owns over 99% of the company, after nationalising it in 2022 during Europe's energy crisis. It's reportedly pursuing a partial stake sale, or re-IPO, of around 25% as a preferred option. The sources added it's also weighing exiting its holding in one go, and that the parties that have been approached about a full sale include Canadian fund Brookfield. A full sale to a private equity fund would be one of Europe's biggest in recent years. Uniper nearly collapsed after its former main gas supplier, Russia's Gazprom, first curbed and later stopped deliveries after the outbreak of the Ukraine war. The German government stepped in to ensure energy security in Europe's biggest economy. Its finance ministry said on Monday the government was examining all scenarios to cut its stake. It reiterated that the leading option for the reprivatisation was selling shares via the equity market. Uniper and Brookfield both declined to comment. The sale talks come as Germany prepares for a snap election next month. While a new government's plans for the holding are as yet unclear, it will still be held to EU regulations, obliging it to cut its Uniper stake to a maximum 25% plus 1 share by 2028.
Apple has abused its dominant position and cost British consumers up to $1.8 billion. That was what a London tribunal heard on Monday. The US tech giant is accused of charging app developers an unfair 30% commission through its App Store. Apple faces a mass lawsuit brought on behalf of around 20 million iPhone and iPad users in the UK. They were allegedly overcharged for app purchases. Apple argues the case is meritless. The firm also believes it overlooks the benefits to consumers of the integrated approach of its iOS operating system, which prioritizes security and privacy. It's the first mass lawsuit against a tech giant to come to trial under Britain's growing class action style regime. Many other cases are waiting to move forward against the likes of Google, Meta and Amazon. Rachel Kent is a British academic bringing the case. She argues Apple has made exorbitant profits by excluding all competition for the distribution of apps and in-app purchases. The lawyers argue this dominant position allows the company to impose restrictive terms on app developers. They say it also allows them to charge excessive commission, which they believe is taken on by consumers. Apple has faced pressure from regulators in the US and Europe over the fees it charges third-party developers. The firm argues 85% of developers do not pay any commission at all. The trial is due to last 7 weeks and expected to hear evidence from Apple's chief financial officer later this week.
TikTok's US operations might soon have a new owner, Elon Musk. Chinese officials are said to be considering allowing the sale of the social network to the billionaire. That's according to a report by Bloomberg, citing people close to the matter. It says a sale to Musk is one option under consideration if the company fails to fend off a potential ban in the US. Washington has set a deadline of January 19th for parent firm ByteDance to divest TikTok operations in the country. US policymakers claim the social network is a risk to national security, given its access to vast troves of data on American users. That's something the company has always strongly denied. Now Bloomberg says China would prefer TikTok to stay under the control of ByteDance, in which it owns a so-called golden share. But if that isn't possible, one option under consideration is reportedly for Musk's social media platform X to take over its US operations. Responding to the claim, TikTok said it wouldn't comment on pure fiction, and there was no immediate comment from other parties. The proposed US law that forces a sale or ban of the app is currently being considered by the Supreme Court. Last week, TikTok lawyer Noel Francisco said he was hopeful of a good outcome for the firm.
The justices are extremely engaged. They fully understand the importance of this case, not only for the American citizens of this country, but for First Amendment law generally and the rights of everybody.
However, experts say the justices seem inclined to uphold the law, putting their focus on national security concerns.